Greetings everyone. So listen, in this video, I'm going to give you a realistic approach and my honest opinion on how to use AI, how to leverage AI, especially if you're a non-tech savvy person. So if you're not technical, you don't know anything about coding, about web developing, about web graphic. I want to show you how to leverage AI to monetize your web apps, to monetize your website, to make money from your website. So I'm going to give you a realistic and a honest approach. Okay, so let me show you something. So this is all the web apps that I've created using AI. And I'm going to show you how to create it in under 5 minutes. So you can create a web app in under 5 minutes. So now let me just go back to show you some of the different types of apps that I've created. So I've created this is a landing page for one of the ebooks that I have, right? So when somebody clicks here, now this was all AI. There was no coding. I'm not a web developer. I'm not a graphic designer. This was all utilizing AI. So when somebody clicks here, it takes them to my ebook that I'm selling. So I'm going to show you how to set all this thing up, right? I'm going to give you a step by step. I'm just giving you some context, so that way you understand how I'm going to approach this video. Okay, so these are all the web apps that I've created, right? And you can do the same thing. So this is a tip calculator, right? You can create this in under 5 minutes using AI. And I'm going to show you which AI platform you're going to use. This is one of the AI platforms that you're going to use. And so these are the different AIs. So let me see, what else do I have here? We have a trivia game, right, that you can create. Now, I'm going to show you how to monetize it, right? How to make money from it, right? How to set it up where you are either taking donations or payment, or you're taking, or you're setting up your own product. Okay. So this is a web app and a trivia game, right? What else do we have here? We have a quiz assessment game, right? This was all generated with AI. Now, this is all fully functioning. So if you're not tech savvy, you don't need to worry about that, right? Because the AI is going to do all the heavy lifting for you. As you can see here, the web app is fully functioning, right? It's good to go. And I'm using my own domain to set this up. Okay. So now I've given you some background in terms of what you can do. Okay. So actually, let me show you one more. You can also create a Bible trivia challenge app, right? So if you are, right, you can be, let's say if you're a Muslim, if you're a Hindu, if you're a Buddhist, whatever faith that you subscribe to, you can create a trivia game and then you can set up a donate button. So that's one of the monetization strategy that you can use. And I'm going to show you how to set that up, right? So you can create a donate button. It goes directly to either a PayPal, it goes to Stripe, or it goes to what do you call it? Different types of app, right? So there's PayPal, there is the Cash app. So all these different types of app that you can use. So this is the monetization strategy that I'm going to show you in terms of how to set these things up. Okay, because I just wanted to give you a background what you can create utilizing AI, right? So this is all AI, right? So this is a credit score app, right? So it's all fully functioning. Okay, so now that I've given you the background, which is the most important thing, because I want you to see what you can create with AI, even if you don't have any technical skills, you're not a web developer, you're not a graphic designer, you're not a tech savvy person, you can still create these web apps and then monetize on it. Okay, so now let's go to our main app, or our main website that we're going to be using. So this website is called Genspark. So this is Genspark.ai. I'm going to leave the link below. Genspark.ai. So you want to go to Genspark.ai. It's a free account, right? You can set up a free account. They have free account and they have premium account. So this is what you call a AI agent website. So this is the website that creates different types of apps for you, different types. So all these apps that you saw here, right? You can create it with AI, with this AI. Now, this is a free one, right? I use a paid one. The reason why I use a paid one is because I can set up my own domain, right? I can set up my own domain and then it's more secure. For example, if I go to publish, right, you're going to see with the paid version, I have my own domain, which means, right, I have, there's an add-on, there's an added security layer on it, right? I have my own custom domain. As you can see here, that's my own custom domain. So I use a paid version. Now, you can also use the free version. It's really up to you, right? With the free version, the only issue is there's really not much customer support that you can get out of it. So now we're going to write our first prompt. Okay, we're going to create our first app. So you're going to see me create a first app. This is live. I'm doing this in real time. So if you're non-technical, this video is for you. If you're not tech savvy, this video is for you. So now check this. It says here, ask anything, create anything. That's really what it means. whatever you want to create. So what do you want to create? You want to create a web app that teaches people how to speak English, a web app that teaches people how to speak Spanish. You can create that, right? Now, I'm not going to create, what I'm going to do is, I already wrote down my own prompt, right? So this is my prompt. So I'm going to copy paste this. Now, what is a prompt? A prompt is just your request. It's your instruction that you're giving to the AI, right? So that's what you call a prompt, right? That's all it is. A prompt is an instruction, a command, a request that you want the AI to create. You want the AI to create a website for you. You want the AI to create a landing page for your new, for your new clothing store, whatever it is that you want to create, right? So let me enter a prompt, right? Let's control V. Oh, oops. You know what? No, I think I made a mistake here. Let me just remove that. Okay, we're going to enter. I'm going to copy and paste my prompt. Okay, because I already wrote down my prompt. It was already written down. Okay, so now watch this. I'm going to start the timer. I'm going to start the timer, and then we're going to go back, and then I'm going to press submit. And then, okay, actually, before I press submit, this is what I want to create. I want to create an interactive budget planner where users enter expense category, amount, and then it renders a pie chart of the spending. This is what I wanted to create. And then also I wanted to add a purchase button, right? The purchase button is going to take them to one of the ebooks that I have. And then I also wanted to add a donate button. So that's what I want to create. This is what I'm telling the AI. This is my prompt. This is my request. This is my command. This is my instruction to the AI. I'm specifically telling the AI, this is what I want. I want you to create an interactive budget planner where users enter their expense categories and amounts and so on and so, and then it will render a pie chart for them. So now I'm going to hit submit. Look at that, right? So look at our timer. It's 4 minutes and 8 seconds, right? I was talking a little bit, but this AI thing is so fast. In less than 5 minutes, we're going to have a functioning app that's live that you can send to your, you can share it on social media with your friends, send it to email. It's live. So when somebody goes on, they click on that link, it's going to take them directly to that. Now, see here, it's coding. I'm not doing anything. The computer or the AI is doing all the heavy lifting. These are all code. So now it's creating the app for me. I'm not coding anything. I just gave it a simple prompt, right? Well, yeah, simple prompt, right? I tailored the prompt. I was very specific in terms of what I wanted to do. Now, I could have just given a simple, something even more, just say create an app. That's it. Or create a budget app without much detail. Now, the more detail you are, the better the output, right? So you want to be very specific. You want to give it as much detail, what you want out of that app, what you want out of that website. So the more context, the more detail, the more information you give it, the better the output, right? Because it's taking your command, it's taking your instruction, it's taking your prompt. You're telling it to do something, so you want to give it the details about it. So there we go. There's an app, right? In less than what's the time here? Less than 3 minutes, or in less than 5 minutes, right? So that's done. So we're gonna pause that. So we're gonna come back here. We're gonna maximize it. So let's look at the full. Okay. So there's an app right here. So this is a free app. So right, categories. What are the categories? Right? Let's say rent. Right, and then amount. Let's say 500. Right, and now let's add expense. There we go. Right. So we have our expense. Right, and then let's add another expense. Let's say food. Amount. Let's say 200. And add our expense. So you see, it's adding all our expenses, right? So the expense breakdown. So this is what I wanted, right? And then the budget summary is here. Look at that. See, there's a button, and then here's the button that I was talking about. Buy now. So now here, if you have an ebook, right? So if I click here, it takes them to the ebook that I'm selling, right? So I'm selling a book. It's called How to Launch Your Own Consulting Business. Now, it could be any type of book that you wanted, right? It doesn't have to be that. So if you had a book that that relates to the topic, or that relates to the web app that you're providing, even better, right? So let's say you had an ebook about budgeting, right? About finance, about money, you can add it here, right? So let me just remove that again. So this is what I said. I'm going to give you a realistic and my honest opinion on how to leverage AI if you're non-tech savvy to monetize your web app, to make money from your web app. So this is this is two monetization strategy. One monetization strategy is you create a web app about budgeting. People come here, they use your web app for free, right? So as you can see here, entertainment, right? So let's say what else? Let's add, right, entertainment, right? So let's just say, let's add entertain, right? Let's add entertainment amount. Let's say $100, right? So people come to your interactive budget planner, they play around with it, right? It gives them a pie chart, and then it gives them a budget summary. They like the app, and they might want to donate, right? Because remember, I added a donation button as well too. So let's say they've extracted value, they see value from this app, they can just go and support it. So they can just go and donate it, right? They can go straight to your PayPal account, your Stripe account, or your Cash App account, right? If you're in the States. So this is how you monetize on your web app. Now, as I said, the platform is free. This is free, right? Now, the downside to free account is you get no customer support. So if your web app is down, you're not gonna get any customer support because it's a free app, right? It's a free account. But however, right, because you're not really, right, you're not hosting customers' information in there, right? It's not a subscription software. It's just a landing page. It's just an interactive tool. Then it might not be that big of a deal because you have links that sends them to your, let's say you have an ebook talking about finance, ebook talking about budget planning ebook. Then when somebody clicks it will take them to your ebook. The only thing is, if your landing page goes down, then people don't have access to your ebook anymore. So those are two strategies in terms of monetization, how you can monetize on your web app, right? One is you add a PayPal button, or you add you selling your product. So if you have a digital book that you're selling, right? You're selling an ebook, you can add that here, right? So let's say you have a book on Amazon, you can add that here. If you have a PDF, you have a digital file, a digital product, you can add it here. Now, and then you can also add your donate button. So now you have two monetization strategy, right? So when somebody goes, right, to your budget app and they play around with it, right? Boom. So what else, right? So let's say, let's add education, right? Let's say $1,000, that's your budget, add that. So you see, look at that. You have your expense breakdown. And this is a free tool. We created this in less than 2 minutes, right? So this is what I said. This is my honest and realistic approach on how to use AI. Now, if we go back, look at this. This is my prompt. This is the prompt that I gave it, right? I gave it the prompt and it created a free landing page. So this is our landing page. Now, this is, as I said, this account, this AI, this platform that I'm using, it's free, right? So Genspark.ai, you can create different types of tool. You can create, like you just saw, I created a budget, an interactive budget planner, right? And then you added your monetization strategy in there. So those are the two ways, realistically, if you're a non-tech savvy person, to monetize your landing page. Because everything that I'm showing you, so this is free, right? If you're hosting your ebooks, let's say you're hosting it with a company, like this company here, PayHip, this platform here, you can host your ebook. So you can upload your ebooks here for free, right? And then this company is going to process the payment for you on your behalf. So let's say you wanted to add an ebook. You come to this platform. So the name of the platform is PayHip. So PayHip is where, right? So let's go add product. So you see, you can add digital product. You can add your courses, membership, physical product, coaching services, bundle. So this company or this platform is also free. It's called PayHip. This is where you upload your digital product, your ebooks, your membership, whatever it is that you have. And then once it generates a link for you, and it's very simple to set it up, right? You upload it. Look at that. It's just, you just got to follow the instruction here. Upload your file, so on, and then that's pretty much it, right? And then once you're done, it will generate a link. So let me go back here. And then you take that link. Now you add it to your budget planner. Now, as I said, this is a free account, right? Me, preferably, I will use, if I want to get my own custom domain, I will use something more secure. So I will use something, right? This is the platform that I use because I can create my own domain here, right? Because as you can see here, so I have 30 seconds before the video turns out. So as you can see here, I can create the app here, and then I get my own domain. Now, look at this. Simple prompt, right? I just acted to create an interactive FICO credit score game, and then it created it for me. So you see, there's my custom domain. So I have my own custom domain, but this one, you get a default domain. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave my links below. If you want to contact me for training, everything is going to be in the description section. I am out.